Well, it's coming up to that time of year when we're starting to think about getting back out in the garden as spring arrives. I've come to Love Plants in Shrewsbury, who are about to celebrate their 10th anniversary. Joining me now is Tim Robinson, Plant Centre Manager. Tim, thank you for inviting us along.
You're welcome.
So this is quite exciting. It's your 10th anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely. Next month is 10 years since we opened the business back in 2013.
And from where you were 10 years ago to where we are now, how's that changed for you?
We're a lot bigger. We've got about 3 acres of hardy stock plants now. We're stocking about 80,000 varieties at this stage. So we've managed to source a lot more suppliers, a lot more growers we deal with. So yeah, a lot more plants and bigger team of staff as well.
One of the things that's special about Love Plants is the fact that you give great information. People can come to you, ask questions. You're not just a garden centre that's just got stock on sale. I think that's a key thing about Love Plants.
It is, absolutely. I mean, all the members of staff are qualified in horticulture. Most of them have got at least 10 years experience in the industry. And that's something that's very important to us. We can back up the stock we have with that knowledge and experience, yeah.
And where do you source your stock from then?
It's virtually all UK grown. That's something that's very important to me, to try and use the UK. We do use Italy and some countries in Europe just for the more exotic plants like olive trees and things like that.
And are we starting to see people go that little bit more exotic with olive trees? I noticed them in quite a few people's gardens now on their patios.
Yeah, I mean, the climate is getting hotter. Last summer was very hot, and that is going to affect gardening in the future big time. So gardening is going to have to adapt. And plants like olives are ideal. They're well suited to this very hot, dry climate that we're getting.
And you've got a whole range of plants here, you know, from small plants, as you say, to the larger bushes. And I noticed trees as well.
Yeah, we've got a very large selection of ornamental and fruit trees. Yeah, so with all the new developments happening in the area, people are starting with a blank canvas, and often the tree is probably a good starting place to get the tree in as the focal point in your garden. So yeah, I mean, with the rootstocks trees are grafted on now, you can have small to large, something suitable for every space.
Yeah, as you say, you can even have them on the patio, can't you, in a pot on the
absolutely,
patio?
yeah.
You mentioned about new builds and those type of areas. I know quite a few people that are moving into new houses at the moment. As you say, it's literally a blank canvas, isn't it?
It is a blank canvas. What I would say to people, it's knowing where to start. Do come along and ask for some help and advice. You can bring some photos on your phone or some sketches if you like, and we can give you some advice on how to plan the beds, the borders, and what to put in again. So,
one thing that really got people, I think, interested, either reignited their interest or they got into gardening for the first time, was COVID. You know, when COVID came along 3 years ago, and we had all that time when we were at home. What did you see change then?
There was, yeah. I mean, certainly after the lockdowns, there was a big surge in people coming out gardening for the first time who knew nothing about it. But I think they'd discovered the outdoors really, because we couldn't go out anyway because we already had one sort of exercise, 30 minutes a day. So a lot of people got into gardening, especially growing your own fruit and veg, which they could then eat and enjoy the rewards of. Yeah.
And I know you've got some workshops coming up to celebrate your 10th anniversary, haven't you?
We have, yeah. We've got the first one on the 1st of April, a week on Saturday, which is going to be focused on grow your own. So members of our team will be giving advice and tips on growing veg, fruit trees, soft fruit, raspberries, blueberries, all that sort of thing, yeah.
So it's nice and easy to get people started and then into gardening themselves.
Absolutely, yeah. You can start just growing veg in a bucket. You don't necessarily need a vegetable plot as such. You can grow potatoes just in an old compost bag, and we'll be giving tips on all sorts of things like that.
And in terms of where you've come from then, from when you first started, how has the business expanded and grown?
It's grown in terms of the choice of stock, suppliers we use, but also the staff now and our own experience. I mean, I've been in the industry 32 years and I'm learning every day. So it's an ongoing process really.
And it's good to get out in all weathers. It's quite rather windy. If you can hear the wind on the microphone, it is quite windy here today. But gardeners, they're hardy people, aren't they? They get out there in all weathers. Is now the season when people are thinking about getting out into their garden?
Yeah, absolutely. It's starting now. I mean, it's typical to get an unsettled March, but you can garden around that really. The ground's starting to warm up, and that's key for planting. So, and also moisture levels in the soil, they start to improve now. So now's the time to get out.
So now is the time then for people to come down to Love Plants here in Shrewsbury and have a chat with your team and come and have a look at the fantastic selection of plants you've got on offer.
Yeah, please do. Please come down and see us. Come to our workshops. We'll be celebrating throughout the year with different workshops and events on. So do visit our website and look out for it.
Brilliant. Well, have a great 10th anniversary and thank you for inviting us along to come and have a look.
You're welcome.
Thank you.